I'm Alexander Smith, and I'm living about a mile and a half from Huntington Beach in a great apartment close to the ocean. And what I do, I'm a life coach and a storyteller. I tell stories through my blog, a professional place called Viral Mindfulness, where I share ideas about meditation and about the breath and the heart and the mind and how to awaken all of those into creating a mindful life. Before B-School, I felt really invisible and really afraid, and I had a lot of determination and vision, and I had a lot of trust and hope that I could actually make the difference that I wanted to make. And even bigger was to be who I am, to have the courage to be me. And part of me is a gay man, and the other part of me is a man who's living with HIV, and the other parts of me is someone who is a control freak and loves to clean out the cupboard. I had made a huge transition from Salt Lake City, Utah. 15 years there. It's where I got my master's degree, and then I started working for a decade in clinical social work. And I literally was in a basement corner office working for pennies. I mean, I say pennies because it really is pennies, especially when I was working in college mental health. You can't pay me enough money after 10 years to keep going in this sort of framework. So I knew I wanted to make a change. I made a decision to pack up my stuff, to cash out my retirement, to resign from my position. I packed up all my stuff and started with one box and said, I don't know how this is gonna happen, but I'm gonna do it. So at that point, it became much easier. And I'm not saying it wasn't hard, and it isn't some days. I'm working harder than I've ever worked. I work longer hours than I've ever worked. And yeah, I got my issues, and yeah, I got my story, and yeah, I got my limitations. And yeah, I got my HIV virus. I got my little virus story, you know? But every day I have moments in my little story where I get an opportunity to choose life. Life for me is being out here with the white curtains and the beach, and it's me being on the beach doing poses, and it's me working on teaching people what I have done for me. Because I want to learn from people who are being courageous and vulnerable. That's who I want to hire to teach me how to be courageous and daring and vulnerable. And so the change for me was about taking it out of the office, taking it out of academia, taking it out of the university, out of the system, out of mandated healthcare, and taking it to a place I love, which is the online community, the new economy, where I can reach people across the ocean, where I can reach people who are specifically looking for these ideas. So one of the things that was pivotal for me was realizing that nothing really changes your life until you're ready to change it. And so part of what I was paying Marie in B-School for was to be accountable. But I also wanted to be accountable in a place and a tribe with people that rock. You want to be part of a community? You want to be taught by someone who's awesome? You want to be taught by a leading thinker about online businesses, about creating a life and a business that you love? Duh. Sign me up. I'd say hell yeah, for sure. And I would say you're probably going to be afraid, and good, you should be, because it's going to kick your ass. So B-School, hands down. And at the top, I mean, just look at the top. I mean, this is about Marie Forleo and her mission and heart and vision. She's not going to change my life. She's going to challenge me to change my life. She already has. Look at what you're doing and why you're doing it. And if you want this, I would just, put it on a credit card. I would just take the money from somewhere else, and I would get out of your stinking habits of just talking and fearing and doubting and storytelling, and just do it. Just do it. So if someone were to ask me about B-School, I would say, don't think twice, get online, sign up, and hold on. Keep your hands and arms in at all times. This is going to be one hell of a ride.